Good evening, everybody. How are you this evening? We are about to get started here. I thought we would do a little bit of messing around on the newest build of the PTU tonight. So let's go ahead and get started. So, yeah, I literally just got out of the hab. Hookah Cowboy, how are you tonight? Nice to see you. Evening. And before we get started here, I'm going to test a couple of things. I'm just kind of curious if Nightbot is got that set up or not. It doesn't look like it. I thought I maybe had it set up. I'm going to try to monkey around with that one more time. Just kind of curious. Nightbot commands. Alright, I thought I had those set up, but I just was curious if they would work. It doesn't look like it, or if it is, I can't see it. No big deal. How's everybody doing tonight? So, yeah, this is a brand new patch. They actually just wiped us. So I thought it would actually be kind of fun tonight to figure out how fast can we get some Quantanium going. Quaddy, good evening. How are you, Quaddy? Nice to see you. And, yeah, how fast can we go from 0, which is literally just waking up in the hab here on on ArcCorp, and how fast could we have our first Quantanium in the hopper? So, Geesley, how are you? Nice to see you. So, yeah, that's going to be us for a little bit tonight. So let's start with some basics here. I'm definitely going to drop a few filters and just kind of throw on some armor. And literally, this is just, it couldn't be any fresher. I mean, I don't think that the update happened terribly long ago, and it's a fresh wipe, so one of those things for sure. Oh, that's interesting. Oh yeah, it's all there. Cool. Talahane, how are you? Oh, hey, Nightbot did work. I have it. Hey, Marcus Peterson. No, this is the PTU. So they just did a fresh wipe on the PTU. So I already had my mining chips and everything ready to go. But just tonight they wiped the PTU. So I definitely have got my work cut out for me. So I thought it would be fun just to kind of see how quickly we could get ourselves into a position where we were mining Quantanium from almost, this is like scratch, right? So Prospector here. I'm actually going to, while I'm thinking about it, I thought I'd throw on this paint and save it there for sure. But I don't have anything, so we're just kind of getting off to the just getting off to the races. Hey, Bacon, how are you? Fresh white just after. Yes, exactly. That's exactly right, Bacon. Are you trying to give me a heart attack? No, I'm not. Hey, look at Matt H. He says he found a unicorn on his last binding run. That's awesome, Matt. Nicely done, sir. That's fantastic. Love it. And so, yeah, I have a couple of things I set up on Nightbot. Like if you type in ! rig, it will tell you kind of the rig that I'm running. And I'm starting to kind of, actually kind of integrate a couple more things on the stream. So I'm kind of, hey man, we're slowly but surely we're coming along here. So, hey, I'm going to actually go ahead and take a look here. I do have, that's interesting that they gave you a tractor beam. Let's go ahead and see if I can. I want to get that. I want to get one of these guys on board. S38. Hey, there's a Nighthawk. Oh, interesting. So there's some. Oh, I don't have any ammo. Let's see if I can once again get this. All right, I think that actually loaded up how I want it. That's awesome. All right, off we go. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of take the old Prospector over to ArcL1. We're gonna throw on, we're going to buy a Lancet, we're going to buy, Brants, and we're going to head out to the Iron Halo kind of fresh. I mean, just kind of with a super basic setup right off the bat and see how quickly we can actually turn that around and make a few space bucks. Like I said, this is a brand new PTU patch that was just wiped. I literally just woke up in the hab and thought we'd head out. So I hope everybody's doing well tonight. Thank you also for the 8 likes already. That's fantastic. And I'm going to kind of run over this way and jump on this thing. I always love, ArcCorp has always got that cyberpunk or, you know, kind of, I don't know, like, you know, it's just a really cool kind of feeling to it. I just love ArtCorp. All the neon, just the fact that it's kind of just a city world is so cool. It's the vibes are so sweet here. So when I get over to ARC-L1, I'm going to head down. I'm going to purchase a Lancet and some Brants, and then I'm going to head on out. So this is almost, it's kind of like a, you know, kind of a fresh opener, you know, just, it's an interesting, you know, it's like how quick from 0 to Quantanium can we go, you know, when you own the Prospector. And so it's a good thing. 10 likes already, you guys. You guys are off to the races. The like train's already started. Yeah, good evening, everybody. Nice to see everybody. It's kind of an in-betweener state. You know, hey, Mass, how are you doing? You know, with the white coming, I know, like, for instance, in our, you know, things are a little slow in the org right now. Definitely, I think we're kind of on this precipice, right, where the new patch is going to drop sometime in the next couple of weeks. You know, there's really, outside of rep grinding, there's not a ton to be done in the regular verse. And so, you know, kind of doing some of these things, kind of keeping on top of 3.17.2 and how it's going to, you know, how its mining is going to go is kind of important to me. So that's what I'm up to, is, you know, continuing to make sure that the scanning and the mining and all that stuff kind of stays the same. And, yeah, off we go. This is going to be great. I kind of like these fresh beginnings. Actually, I wanted to do this as well. Let me kind of, R-4, kind of interested in my frames a little bit, too. Look at, they're, you know, solid up there. For ArtCorp, you know, quite honestly, 60 frames a second is not too shabby. So I'll kind of keep that up there. Uh-oh. Oh, no, I hard crashed already. Oh, and I was wondering how tonight was going to go. Yiker, diker, doos, right off the bat. Hey, Arctic Drake, nice to see you, sir. And so I will definitely be right back. Oh my goodness gracious, that was funny. We'll have to see how stable this PTU build is tonight, you guys. It is, you know, it's one of the things about when you mess around in the PTU on a new patch, you never do know how stable it is. That was a straight crash to desktop right there. So no big deal. I will get in the game rolling again, and we'll go ahead and jump on in. So nice to see you, Drake. How you doing? DS RIP. Yes, sir, RIP. No, hey, DS, welcome to the channel as well. You know, we're gonna kind of, you know, it might be a bit of a rodeo tonight, and we're just gonna kind of stay on it and see how it goes. So, hey V, thanks for the shout out. No problem, man. Chris, how are you? Nice to see you. Thanks for everything that you do for the channel, man. It's been huge. So yeah, we're back in the game now. Let's go ahead and I'll get that going, and we'll go ahead and we will go. I'm just going to choose the persistent universe. Now, lots of times when I come back, it gets a little grumpy. So we'll give it a test. We'll see how it goes. But there are many times when you restart after one of these and you kind of get the infinite loading screen. So we're just tonight's going to be, you know, yeah, I know. Rusty is making a great point. It is kind of funny, you know, and of course, funny it crashed as soon as you put up the stats and said, cool, 60 frames. Exactly right. Hey, what's tonight's coffee? Just a very simple medium Dunkin' Donuts roast there, Arctic. That's for sure. Nothing special today. Mass is giving you a salute, Chris. Hey, it looks like we might have some action here. We're right back in it. So, nothing's changed a whole lot from where we were at. I probably will leave the stats down and not brag about them, huh, Rusty? You know, we were getting 60 frames there. So, looks like other people are returning to the verse as well after that. So we'll have to see how things go. You know, and it's always PTU's the PTU, you guys. It's always a bit of a rodeo for sure. and we'll just kind of. Oh, hey, Rusty says hello from Australia. That's awesome. We definitely are blessed to have a few Australians who do watch the channel, Rusty. So that's, welcome aboard. I'm glad to have you aboard. Certainly not a name I recognize. And I would, I won't say this a whole bunch during the stream tonight, but if you do like Quantanium mining, that's a lot of what we do here. Do like and subscribe and come back and hang out with us. Obviously, we're going to be doing a ton of that as soon as the patch goes live. So we're back testing again. Like I said, our goal tonight really is to really start right from the hab, head right over, grab our prospector, head over to ARC-L1, throw the couple pieces of key kit on there. I only have 40,000 to start with, so throw a piece of key kit on there, which is a lancet, some brants, and head out to the Aaron Halo and see how fast we can get some Quantanium and how fast we can get it back in. And the first batch I probably won't even put in the refiner. I'll probably just sell it outright. If I'm lucky enough to get as far along to get myself a batch of Quantanium. So that's what we're kind of up to tonight is just kind of fresh white mode, just kind of going out there and seeing how we do. And of course, you will have to see how stable or unstable the build is as we go through tonight. So, Halliday says, so you're in the PTU, right? Yes, that's exactly right, Halliday. Tonight, I'm in the PTU. And so, really, the PTU just had a fresh wipe. And so, I just logged on. I threw on a little bit of armor. My my favorite duds that I like to wear. And then really from here, it's just straight out to see how quickly we can get the prospector kitted out and how fast we can actually get a little Quantanium in the hopper. I thought that'd be a little fun tonight. 15 likes already. You guys are doing awesome. Thank you so much. Chris Bates says, if you like the channel, consider hitting the like button, sub, and hit that notification bell. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Are there patch notes for the PTU? There are patch notes for the PTU, Rusty. They're available on the Robert Space Industries, in the help desk area. And I think really it's not I really think the main thing they did with this particular patch is they pulled out the Orison event. I think the Orison event was having a few issues or whatever, so they probably need to work on that in the back end again. It was causing a lot of 30Ks as I understand it, and so they're working on it again. It just, I would imagine maybe later this week or sometime early next week that this, they'll have this in a position where it will go to PTU Wave 2. And it's probably, if my best guess is sometime right after the Free Fly event. Now, I know Zell thinks that it's probably going to be the week of the 25th. I think it could happen anytime, around the patch could drop anytime from the 22nd on. So yeah, that's our best guess as to when the patch might come out. And that's a 100% pontification. We have no idea exactly, but anyways, Halliday says, sweet, thank you. 21 likes. You guys are just already smashing it tonight. Nicely done, guys. I really appreciate it. That's fantastic. Oh my goodness. So let's go ahead and get started here. I am gonna, you can see this is actually a perfect representation of what I actually have at my disposal right now. I have the Gladius, I have a Mole, I have the MPVU Cargo, I have the Prospector and the Taurus. These are the ones that I have. So I'm actually just gonna pull the Prospector. And we're going to take the Prospector, we're going to head over to ARC-L1, and we're going to throw a Lancet and some Brants on it and head right out to the Aaron Halo and see if we can turn that into hay. Macedon says, I hope it's sooner than later. I agree. John Z says, hey, can't stick around, but happy mining. Thank you, John. That's very kind of you, sir. And thank you, John, for just stopping in and making yourself available, with the nice pleasantry there. I totally appreciate that. By the way, John, how are you doing before you sneak off? Hope everything's good with you. You guys, we're gonna have a good time tonight. It's gonna be really, this is almost like fresh white mode, depending on how stable things are. Obviously, we'll have to kind of see how that goes. But you know what? Like I said, we're just gonna kind of work our way through it. So one good news is I didn't see the Prospector hop at all. The Prospector had been kind of hopping on the pad, I noticed a lot lately, so kind of cool there. John says, nice. How are you doing, John? Nice to see you tonight. 23 likes already. You guys are just doing fantastic out there. And we're off to the races here, you guys. This is great. So we're going to go ahead, and I am going to turn on the engines, kind of put the power on. I'm going to call for those doors to get open, and I am going to set a route for ARC L1 Wide Forest Station. John says, can't complain, waiting for that white. I think we're all in that state, really, John, as we're all kind of, it is so funny. I mean, and Mass can probably attest to it. Around 25 likes, you guys. Thank you so much. You guys are doing great. But yeah, even around the org, you know, there's just this lull, and it's just kind of like, you know, as soon as that patch drops, it's going to be crazy. But right now, there's just kind of this lull that's happening in the game, and that's okay. I think that it makes a lot of sense, and I certainly understand why it's a thing. All right, we're just going to go ahead and roll this forward, and I'm going to do this here just because there's really not a whole lot more beautiful than ArcCorp in the morning or dusk. You know, either way you want to have it, it's an absolutely beautiful thing. So here, I'll kind of back away, and we'll kind of... This is why we play this game, isn't it, guys, right here? I mean, there's nothing cooler than watching your, watching your ship kind of cruise away from Cyberpunk land. Halliday says, how do you know if you have access to the PTU? Well, Halliday, you can actually jump on the website and see if you can copy your character to the PTU. Ruminator says, good evening all. How's life in the verse? Hey, Ruminator, how are you, sir? Nice to see you. John says it's 3:15 a.m. John, 3:15, eh? Need to get up in 5 hours. I'm definitely going to complain. John, that's okay. No problem, man. And hey, I totally understand that. John Z says, Weeb's out. Hey, John, no problem. John Z, take care of yourself. Saloon number 12, not a name I recognize. Welcome to the channel, Saloon. I don't want to mine and lose all that game credits. Yeah, you know what? I'm just having a little fun testing the PTU right now. It's nothing too serious. I understand 100% why you wouldn't want to, why you wouldn't want to do that for sure. And John says, don't need to be subscribed. I don't know exactly what all the rules are behind the PTU. I think concierge, and I do think subscribers can do it, you guys. Or just watch some space trucking, John says. That's absolutely right. Little space trucking, nothing wrong with that. Logistics is awesome in this game. Yeah, Saloon, man. Welcome to the channel. Not a name I recognize for sure. Chris Bay says screenshot. Yeah, that's a beautiful screenshot there for sure. And off to ARC L1 we head. Rusty says, yep, so you don't need to be subscribed. Yeah, Rusty, I'm not 100% on all of the rules about who can do it right now. And there's Squirrel. Hey, Squirrel, how you doing? Nice to see you, man. Good evening tonight. How have you been, Squirrel? Good luck with finding Quantanium. I bet you, Squirrel, you must be looking forward to the Orison event, man. I know I am. But I know that you really like to do some of the combat stuff as well. And I think Macedon is that way too, you know. I think the Orison event's going to be a lot of fun, you guys. Saloon number 12 says, thanks, first timer. Well, I hope it's not a last timer, Saloon. I hope that I earn your business. Make sure you do click that like and sub and come hang out with us. You know, we're in between now and when the patch drops, I'm going to be doing a lot of PTU testing. But right when the patch drops, we're going to be doing a lot of Quantanium mining, as you can imagine. Just tons and tons of it. And we're going to be kind of teaching Quantanium mining to the best of our ability. And kind of showing people the meta for scanning and that type of thing. And then eventually, after we kind of get ourselves upright, we'll do some other things as well. The PTU currently isn't open to all. Yeah, it's going to be Wave 2 when it's more open to everybody. Squirrel Lord says, just released an interview video with a friend. I'm looking forward to Orson. Yeah, nice. Rusty says, your account must own a game package. A pledge for standalone ship or a ship weapon skin will not work. Yeah, Rusty, if you haven't signed up yet, it's a good time to sign up right now. You know, if you use someone's codes, their star code, and mine's in the description, but if you have a friend, use theirs. And that way you have to be a backer. You know, you can use that star code. You get yourself an extra ground vehicle right now because of the free fly. So Matt says 07 Squirrel. Diego Molina, how are you, Diego? Diego says concierges and subscribers get on the first wave. Good evening from Chile. Good evening, Diego. Nice to have you aboard tonight for sure. That's one of the things, you know, it's such a blessing, you guys, to do some streaming because there's Australia, there's Chilean people. It's just great. People from all over the world, right? Captain Proton, how are you, Cat? Nice to see you, sir. Good evening, all. And Space Shorts, I hope your mining is successful. Thank you very much, Cap. And thanks for the person who gave me a membership. Absolutely. We have been very blessed lately, you guys. We've had some people that have joined. We've had some gifted memberships. We've had some people that did some very nice donations to the channel. Hey, why I have you all here, I don't know if you caught the video or not, but we are going to be doing a giveaway after 317.2 goes live. That giveaway is going to be for a Avenger Titan starter package, so make sure that you stay tuned to the video that will announce that. But it's going to be we're going to give the thing away during a live stream, so it's not going to be one of my surprise live streams. I'm going to actually schedule it. Everybody's going to be able to know when it is, and we'll go from there. So I'm really excited about that. Tina Peterson donated that to the channel, and I have the pleasure of being able to pay it forward. So don't forget to leave a like. So Squirrel Lord, thank you so much, Squirrel. And Diego says thanks a lot. Merlin, welcome to the channel. How are you, Merlin? Nice to see you tonight. So yeah, 31 likes already, you guys. We are off to the races. This is the PTU wipe happened. This is my first Space Shorts video. Thank you, Rusty. Hey, there's a 30K, you guys. So it's interesting. We're gonna be, yeah, this is gonna be us tonight a little bit. You know, no big deal. This is kind of the nature of the beast on the PTU. We're gonna be kind of struggling a little bit, and now you can see we've kind of got the old. Let's see here if we can. Hit the EU, anything, go back. Let's see if we can Star Marine it. And if we can Star Marine it, then we can maybe come back and exit and, you know. Just, oh no. No, this is going to be us tonight, you guys. It's going to be a little bit of a, you know, a little bit of that kind of a situation. I am going to kind of, I'm wondering if I could go and maybe... let's not do that. Let me do this. Hold on just a sec. It won't take long. I'm going to put in a note here. I was flying, submit. And then we're going to do it again. No, it's not running. It's so funny. It says, game is running. No, game is not running. I'm relaunching right now. Hey, Omega, welcome. Hey, that's Star Citizen right there. But I'm in the PTU, guys. I mean, it's definitely one of those things, and this is going to happen tonight for sure. I am Dave says, hey there he is. The Space Foreman. Yeah, I appreciate that, Dave. That's awesome. 30K, you have to restart. I do have to restart. Looks like I'll be flying. Looks like we were almost there too, you guys. Marcus Wynn says, I can't even play the PTU right now. I keep 30K. Well, that's my second time that I've had a little snagger-dagger-do there, too. So we'll have to see how that goes. You know, for sure. I understand what you're saying. So, we're going to go ahead and see how it goes. Kel the sun touched. Haha, Quant Mining Take 2. That's exactly right, Kel. It says detected void features. I'm not going to worry about that. Oh my goodness, this thing seems to have gotten sideways. Hold on just a second. Give me just a moment here. There we go. Yeah, check these options here. We seem to have definitely gotten... I want to do borderless. And not in that resolution. Definitely that resolution. Back. Yes. All right. Well, interesting nonetheless. And we're going to go ahead and keep on trucking here tonight. Oh, hold on here. That's not good. Hey, System Console, thank you so much, sir. We're working on it here. We're going to go back to the PTU. System Console, I appreciate it tremendously. So, anyways, yeah, let me get this fired back up. Omega Wall, thank Star Citizen. That's exactly right. Captain Proton, seeing what you're... seeing your message there. Marcus Win, I can't even play the PTU right now. I keep 30K. I'm hitting a few snags myself. Squirrel Lord says, I have to go. Have a wonderful night. Good luck in finding what you're looking for. Thank you, Squirrel. Thanks for stopping in, man. Quantanium Mining Take 2. That's exactly right. Is your mic to the side? You sounded clearer for a moment. Robust even. Yes, it is to the side. And when I turn my face this way, I wonder if it does sound a little better, Dave. But that's, you know, I do keep it off to the side. That's very funny that you should mention that. Juan Carlos says, hello, my friend. Hey, Juan Carlos, how are you? Nice to see you. And that allows me to get back to console. Console, thank you so much for the contribution. It absolutely keeps the lights on here, keeps the coffee flowing. I really, really do appreciate it. Honestly, I can't thank you enough. And truly, it means the world to me. 30K for life, I hear that, sir. Jeziel says, I've heard from the others in the PTU that you're doing a great job of in-game bug fixes, but there's a lot of disconnects. It does seem that way as of now, Jez. That's my third time actually being disconnected. Halliday says, wait, what's a snagger-dagger-do? Did I hear that right? Yeah. You know, Halliday, it's so funny. It's one of those words as a grandfather I use with the kids or whatever. I add a little love at the end of those things like that. Yeah, it's a snagger-dagger-do for sure. That's so funny, Halliday, you picked up on that. Gray Peter says, hey, nice to see you stream tonight. Gray Peter, how are you, man? We're playing the Escape from Arc 18, the Escape from ArcCorp game right now. We're trying to get out of ArcCorp. And you can see, look, there's another citizen. I think I've already seen that citizen tonight. So it is definitely one of those nights with the 30Ks. We're going to have some fun with it for sure. System Console says, yep, better. Rusty says, that sounded heaps better. Oh my gosh, you guys. Well, I did move it a little bit. So maybe I have it in a better spot for you guys. And let me know if that's the case or not. What the heck, citizen? He hurt me. I don't know. Hey, citizen. All right. And life support on. Haha, Trid. Yeah, exactly, Trid. Welcome to the channel, Trid, by the way. Not a name I recognize. So, yeah, I've moved the mic a little bit. Let me know if it does sound better there. You know, I never really thought about it. It is off to the side a touch. And it's just so I don't necessarily kind of pop peas and, you know, as you guys can imagine, you know, that type of thing. So, I moved the microphone just a little bit into a spot that's a little more out in front of me. So if the mic sounds a little better there, let me know. And so, yeah, we're going to try. So the goal is tonight, you guys, is kind of like it's a fresh wipe. And we're going to head over. We're taking the Prospector over to Arc L1. We're going to set our imprint when we land. Then we're going to throw a Lancet and some rants on there. We're going to try and go mining. So we're definitely, you know, it does sound better. So smooth. Thank you. That's awesome. Good to know, Dave. Rusty Long says it does sound better than before. Thank you, Rusty. A bit buggy tonight, is it? Gray, it's, yes. I'm 0 for 3 right now trying to get off of ArcCorp. But it is the PTU and it is what it is. So we're just going to have some fun with it. You know, it's funny because here's kind of the dilemma, right? In the most respectful sense. With the patch coming, I didn't want to do tons of mining out in the regular verse because all that stuff's going to go. With the PTU, I think it's good. It's like I can make hay and show you guys how the scanning mechanics are doing. And it doesn't matter. I love mining, so it doesn't matter to me. Oh, my stars. Have I turned the stream back on? You know, like, I absolutely can do that. Hold on just a second. Let me just double check that this guy's working okay. Oh, yeah, it is. All right. And so, yeah, you know, so it's one of those things where it's obviously with the white coming and that type of thing, I've been in a little bit of a kind of a, you know, I'm off my regular game a little bit. So I think the 317.2 standard PTU testing is kind of a way that I can kind of serve the communities, help you guys. We can all kind of talk and pontificate about the future, a Star Citizen, chat about it at least. And no, Dave, I don't mind the feedback. As a matter of fact, I welcome it. Truly do welcome it. Honestly, I'm somebody who streaming to me is something that it's secondary. Like I really enjoy chatting with you guys. I really enjoy streaming, but it's not something that I ever look at. I got one guy over here and this guy's dancing. Everybody's having a great time here. This is awesome, you guys. So yeah, man, I just love doing this. So no, it's absolutely welcome your feedback. Feedback is something that will only improve the channel. And so please, Dave, absolutely share. Guy Actual says, I've been using the USA servers and they have had less issues. Yeah, Guy, I definitely am going to go ahead and choose USA then next time. Thank you for that little tidbit there. And we've got some, you know, we're looking good. We'll see how it goes. Jez says, I started Halley mining because of you and because of you, Space, and I have put it on hold because of the wipe. I feel a bit lost without my mining. Yeah, Jez, that's kind of where I am too, right? Just not lost, but just feeling like, you know, a whole lot of Quantanium mining in the regular verse right now is going to get wiped. And so really the best thing that I can do is just kind of keep testing 317.2. And then Gray Peter says, it's very useful to see how it's going so when 317 it drops. I agree with that, Gray. I do think it's a great way to kind of serve a couple of different possibilities there. So that looks like I actually got the old 30K protection, which is interesting.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
All right, so Hangar 7, we're going to kind of head on over to ARC-L1. The whole goal there will be to kind of set get it on a pad and set my imprint so we can make a little bit of movement here. And we're going to throw a Brant and some Lancet on this guy, and we're going to see how it goes. So Hall says, any updates, any dates on the update? Hall, great question. Hey, Ninja says, hey, kapow. Hey, Ninja, how are you, man? Nice to see you. How you been, sir? So, Hall, great question. Any dates on the update? We definitely think the update's going to drop after the free fly. That's kind of where we're at with it. Wow, look at this huge hanger for the Prospector. Very interesting. So after the free fly, we're feeling like the patch will drop. And that's going to be probably the minimum date I'm thinking is around the 22nd. But really, it may be the week of the 25th. That we're just taking a stab in the dark with that. Not saying that's when it is for sure, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. So, all right, in we go. And we're going to try this again, you guys. So let's go ahead and we'll set that here. We'll head to ArcCorp.
Systems on.
And I will set that right there, and we'll open up this guy, and out we go. Ninja Slap says, doing great. That's awesome, Ninja. Captain Proton says, can we at least get off the planet before we 30K? Just kidding, 4th time's the charm. I hope so, Captain. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. That's why I want to hurry up and get over there so I can set it down, and at least the next time I 30K, I've made a little headway, right? So they're opening it up here. Good, out we go. Beautiful. We'll go ahead and just kind of ramp it up and go. Curtis says, hey, sir, how you doing? How are you doing, Curtis? Nice to see you tonight. How have you been? Guy Actual says, just joined a few minutes ago. FYI on the new mic refineries are currently at -20 and 25% Quantanium. There's also nothing in the refinery stores as far as mining items. Guy, thank you for... That's an actual excellent point. I actually flew around last night to those new refineries and found that myself. I actually posted a picture in my channel, Guy, of like the -20%. It was kind of a surprise to me to see just the only thing that the refinery did was -20% Quantanium. Now that was the Mike L2 one. It's way off the beaten path, so it's not like you'd find your way over there anyways. But yeah, it's a pretty amazing thing right now, Guy. I was really surprised by that. So some of those, and also with those new, like the new Lagrange points, I was not able to find very many scannable things. So I was kind of wondering if near some of those Lagrange points you might be able to do some quant mining or something along those lines. But nope, wasn't the case. Looks like it did look like the old Prospe was in the 890 hangar. You're right, Gray. That's hilarious. Ruminator says PTU was working great earlier today. Then they applied this patch and things went straight down. Yeah, Rumi, I know what you mean. For sure. I think that they were hitting some snags with the event. But yeah, that's off we go. So let's go ahead and see if we can make the best of it here. Was the best I've seen it anyways. Yeah, I hear what you're saying for sure. Halliday says, hey, Boss Man V. Gotta say, I really appreciate how engaging you are with us viewers. Thanks for the great vids and streams. Halliday, that's so kind. It is very important to me that people come here and they can get their questions answered. For as long as I can do that, I'm going to continue to do it. I learn so much from you guys. That's the facts. It's a community driven thing. It's so fun, you guys. Guy Actual says, I think they are just discouraging people from using them yet. That's probably it, Guy. I mean, there's probably some limited testing they want people to do there. They probably aren't incentivizing it for people to go there too much, I think is basically what you're saying, and I don't disagree with that. So, hey, you guys, 38 likes already. That's awesome. We've already had a lovely donation to the channel. You guys, it's been great. So I can't tell you how much I appreciate that stuff. It's super huge win. So thank you so much for the likes and the subs and absolutely the $5 donation was wonderful. That absolutely keeps me in good cups of coffee. Aviating Penguin, welcome to the channel, Penguin. How are you, sir? What do you use to fly? So I have HOSAS, but Penguin, I fly a little bit of a hybrid model. So I do have VKB Gladiators that I absolutely adore, but they are HOSA, so 2 sticks. And for the most part, I fly with those, except for when I go in the FPS, or if I go in the mining, then I'll switch over to mouse and keyboard. So that's kind of how I do it. So right now I have my hands on the left and right sticks, and I'm kind of handling it that way. But as soon as I go into kind of mining mode, I definitely will switch over to mouse and keyboard and do it that way. Curtis says, I'm so happy to know how you keep me so engaging. I appreciate that, Curtis. It's awesome. I mean, it means that you guys are entertained with this is absolutely lovely. I truly appreciate it. And I really like the fact that you guys can ask questions and we can, as a community, help solve them. So Benjamin Clay says, Guy Actual is the same at CRUL3. Great question. Penguin says, I'm doing good. Trid says, fancy. Oh, you guys, I don't want to come in too hot here, but and then Captain Chaotic says, your like button now has been properly smacked silly. Thank you very much, Captain. I appreciate that. 47 likes, you guys. We're almost up to 50 already. So the Captain is absolutely right. Captain Chaotic, by the way, not a name I recognize. Welcome to a lot of new names tonight, you guys. Welcome to the channel. All of you who are new tonight to the channel, thank you so much. And thanks for hanging in there. Penguin says, I got my first Gladiator NXT Z with the Z adapter. Excellent choice, sir. Waiting for it to come in the mail, so then I'll have a TM1600 and the Gladiator until I can afford the second one. You know what? I have those TM16000s as well. I have a stick and throttle that I have, and then I just upgraded to the VKBs. You know, and don't get me wrong, I would love to have the Virpils, but these sticks, I felt like when I bought these VKBs, that, you know what, we'll see how it goes. We'll see if I feel like I really need to go up to the Virpils. And ever since I got these, I've not really felt that way. These sticks are fantastic. Jez, thank you so much, Jez. That's so kind of you. I truly appreciate it. Like I said, that keeps the lights on, keeps the coffee flowing over here, Jez. You know, it's so much appreciated. I'm jealous of those sticks. I have two, but they get the job done. Yeah, those 16,000s are just fine, Trid. They're a great, you know, and those sticks are definitely something, you know, they are an upgrade for sure. But you know something, having the 16,000 Ms are just fine as well. Mitchell Vegas says, I'm new to the game. Why can't I buy weapons in Area 18? You can, Mitchell. You'll definitely want to head over to Kasaba or, you know, one of those type places. There are weapons in Area 18 for sure, and you can buy them there. Now, you know, you got to have a few space bucks. It's important to have those, you know, so. All right, we're going to take this guy in here and land. So you want to get this in here at a reasonable clip and get it down on the ground. Hang on just a sec, you guys. All right. Beautiful landing there. We'll post.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Lovely. All right, now we're going to go down and kit this guy out. So, yeah, Mitchell Vega, great question, but you should be able to buy him on Area 18 for sure. Guy Actual says that Benjamin Clay moved from the tablet. I have not looked at the CRU stations. That makes sense. Black Panther Studio says, is this the PTU? It is Black Panther. Welcome to the channel, by the way. Halliday says, Yeppers. Curtis says, I need to get some sticks and a mouse and keyboard. And sometimes, yeah, exactly. Sticks, mouse, and keyboard. That's the hybrid model I use. Trid says, you have to fix the Z-axis. I just had to do the Z-axis for mine last weekend. Kojak247. Hey, Kojak, how are you, man? Nice to see you. Rusty Long says, it's nice. It's right next to Kasaba in Area 18. Yep. Right in that, oh, it's Cubby Blast. That's right. You guys, I said Kasaba. I said Kasaba, Mitchell, but I meant Cubby Blast. Yep, you have to take the elevator for sure. You know, and head down and go out into the main area, and it's Cubby Blast, you guys. Thank you for bailing me out. Chris Bates says, no bucks, no boom. Yeah, exactly. It does cost a few space bucks to get yourself into some boom, as Chris is saying, for sure. That's hilarious, Chris. And, you know, let's see here. Curtis says Area 18 is bugged for center mass.
Welcome.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Oh, okay, because I have a big at an A elevator. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's happening with that, Mitchell, but I know Cubby Blast is the place. You know, I was saying Kasaba earlier, but it's Cubby Blast for sure. Trid says at Aviating Penguin, no. I've not had to do any fixes on them yet. I do have the odd issue with my pedals, but I worked around that. And then Trid is wondering if it was drifting on the axis. Good questions, for sure. So we're going to run downstairs now. We have the Prospector here. We're going to buy a Lancet and 3 Brant modules, and we are going to head out and try and make some hay in the air and Halo here. So, well, I don't know. Some of you guys who maybe haven't been watching the PT, watch how fast these elevators are. They've been remarkably fast from the time the doors close. So the doors just close. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. 1005. Look at that. I mean, they used to take 20, 30 seconds. So a little bit of a quality of life change there. And that, you know, that's a good elevator ride. Those things are moving along. And so it looks like Penguin and Trid are having kind of a conversation about just getting their joysticks and their peripherals calibrated, and that seems reasonable. Look at this, you guys. I went right up here to as if I was I always do that. I kind of run up to the refinery like I got something to refine, so, and I don't. So that's so funny. All right, so refinery shops are working here, it looks like. Let's go ahead and log in. Really? Hello. What about you? Uh-oh, we might have a 30K. Let's see what everybody's saying. Oh, 30K again. Yeah, we might. But at least we're here, you guys, so when we 30K. 54 likes. I'm loving it. Yeah, that's the old telltale sign of the 30K right there. Now, I think we got lucky, though, and made it to the station, so no big deal here. We'll kind of deal with the 30K. Kazaki, hey, how are you, Kazaki? No, nice to see you. Says, I'm wondering, well, when 3.17.2 will release. Kazaki, our feeling is sometime between the 22nd and the first of the month. That's what we're banking on ourselves. So, you know what? We just had a 30K, you guys, and that just kind of happens. And this kind of happens. So when that happens, I got to do this. And we'll go ahead and fire it back up here in just a sec. So, you know, just hang in there. I'm relaunching now, and we'll go ahead and get it relaunched. And I should be on. The cool thing is I definitely should be on ARC-L 1. So, you know, we should be able to start there. Kazaki says, wonderful, bro. Nice to see you, Kazaki, by the way. Saloon says, why are NPC missiles... the NPC missiles are kicking my butt. Good question, Saloon. I mean, missiles are absolutely doing way better, you guys, for sure. And, yeah, this is kind of, you know, like I said, part and parcel with what we're seeing here on the PTU tonight. So we're just it's gonna be a bit of a rodeo, and we're just gonna have a little bit of fun, you know, so... this is, you know, I think I was just about to purchase some things in, and so, you know, we're already, you know, the one thing about Star Citizen is, we're already kind of getting back into the game already, and I'll go ahead and bounce over there. And we'll fire it off and get right back in. So look, current location is ARC-L 1, so we did make a little hay there. Make our way. So, I do enjoy the BRB stream, says Trid. Amos Black, how are you, Amos? Nice to see you, sir. How have you been? Hope that you're doing well. Arctic Drake says Rocket Vader. That's exactly right. 56 likes, you guys. Thank you for all the likes and subs and all the couple donations tonight have been fantastic. I appreciate it. And hanging in during these crashes. I know it's not ideal, so... You know, maybe you want to set your respawn at ARC-L 1 when you get back there. That, Gray Peter, is an excellent idea. I am going to set my imprint as soon as I walk downstairs. For sure. So, yeah, I mean, this is kind of us tonight. You know, we're just going to hopefully dodge the 30K bug a little bit. I have a feeling they'll get this patch pretty quick if it's going to be, you know, this big of a rodeo here. Now, will they do it tonight? Probably not. Grim03 says, like the stream. Thank you, Grim. Appreciate that so big. You know, we have an look how fast that thing is, you guys. So, yeah, I'm going to go. Gray Peter is offered an excellent suggestion, and I'm going to take advantage of it. Welcome to the channel, Grim for sure. Ethan Snow. Hey, Ethan, how are you? Nice to see you this evening. So we're going to run over here, and we're definitely going to set our imprint. Amos says, I have been good. Currently on my last spring break of my school career. Amos, that sounds like you're getting ready to graduate. And if that's the case, sir, congratulations. School can be a slog, but it's absolutely good to get that thing behind you so you can get on to the rest of your business in life. And so if that's what I'm hearing you say, sir, that salute to you. That's a very, very good thing to do, finish up school. Gray Peter says, always a good stream. Thank you, Gray. Jez says, while I'm taking a break from Halo mining, my friends and I have been crewing my Andromeda and doing a few bounties. That ship is great when you have people in the turrets. I could not agree more, Jez. The Andromeda is a very, very good missile boat, but when you have people in the turrets, it's got a ton of HP. It absolutely can just rain down missiles, you know, for a long periods of time. It is an incredibly durable, excellent gunboat. So, and grinding rep, by the way, it's the one thing that's going to persist, you guys, is the rep, right? The rep is going to persist. So, absolutely understand that the one grind that you could be doing right now in Star Citizen is the rep grind. because that would pay some dividends around the corner. But other than that, I mean, you know, like I said, there's been kind of that lull, kind of the pre-wipe lull, and that seems very reasonable. So we're going to sneak in here. We're going to see if we can't use the terminals this time, and we can. And we are going to purchase mining laserhead, 1 lancet. We only have a little bit of money. It says insufficient volume, and that's because I didn't choose the right location where it's supposed to end up. I needed to put it at RKL-1 Forest Station, so let's go ahead and utility, and once again, mining laserheads. I'm going to buy this 1 mining laserhead. There we go. Good. And then I'm going to buy a couple of brants. And so we're going to go back here to utility, the brant module, buy, and I'm just going to buy 3 of those. You know, and that's going to kind of keep us in where we need to be. Amos says, yeah, excited to get into the work life, but I'm sure I'll miss all the friends I've made. Yep, no, I can appreciate that, Amos, for sure. You kind of get into that lifestyle. You'll miss it a little bit, and you know, and then you'll keep. Yeah, I have friends from school still. You'll keep the ones that are important. Will remain your friends for sure. Trid says, "Yeah, you having a turret gunners is just wonderful." Trolley, history teacher, how are you? History space shorts. Glad I'm able to catch your stream. What's on the agenda today? Well, we're just kind of doing a little quantanium mining in the old PTU. History teacher, nice to see you, man. How have you been? Jirachi says, "Wow, they fixed the terminals. That's progress. They did fix the terminals, Jirachi." But hey, Jirachi, I catch what you're saying there. I hear, you know, I hear what you're up to with that. That's funny. Jirachi, nice. Welcome to the channel. Mitchell Vega says, I believe that the game is a very good point, which I believe they could fix all the current bugs and release it and then just add content. Oh, Mitchell, I think that there's lots of gameplay loops that I think that I'd like to see get in the game kind of prior to that. But you know what? Listen, any polish that they want to throw at the game, I welcome for sure. So, hey, that's us, you guys. We got a Lancet and Brants, and that's all I need to turn, a gray cloud into some Quantanium money. So let's go ahead and see if we can head out and just do just that. So, Nate does Fortnite. Hey, Nate, how are you? Mangling your name, but let me say it again. Nate does Fortnite. Hey, Nate, how are you? Bought my hammerhead for my org when it was active. Then right after establishing, they all stopped. But the Hammerhead's a fun ship. If you have a fully crewed Hammerhead, you can have a lot of fun in that ship. And I understand why that would be a favorite. Multi-crew gameplay in Star Citizen is so fun. It's why I like the Mole. It's why I like the bigger ships, you guys. And the Hammerhead is, you know, the couple of nights I've had out Hammerhead being in the turret are so fun. Now, the Hammerhead is... She's got some quirks, but it is absolutely just a blast. Jez says, have they fixed the bug where you can't eat or drink from inventories? Good question, Jez. I don't have anything. I'm going to double check. We're going to pre-flight here one last time, right? I don't have, I can test that here in a little bit. So we'll have to run up and next time I'm in the refinery, I'll try and grab some stuff from my inventory and test that for sure. So finally, here we are. We're going to make our way out to the Aaron Halo and see how we do. So we're pulling the Prospector now. Do we have any details on the bonus we're supposed to get the next patch for doing Jump Town and Nine Tails Lockdown? We don't, Amos. It's interesting, I do wonder how much it's going to be myself. I know the last time they did those bonuses, it was around 50,000 for each event. Because I started out with 130,000. I think 30,000 was my starting capital, right? So I definitely think it's around there. Oh, hey, there's the Prospector doing the jump. It didn't jump earlier, but it's definitely jumped right there. So we'll go ahead and enter the ship here. But I don't think there's been any official announcement, Amos, for sure. Trid says, I was thinking of melting my Harbinger into a mole. Thinking about it, Trid. You know what? The Mole is an absolutely lovely ship for sure. And I the Harbinger is an awesome ship as well. So, it really depends on your focus there. If you want to do more combat-focused stuff, absolutely stay with the Harb. There's nothing wrong with the Mole. The Mole's a fantastic ship. I adore the Mole. I do a lot of solo mining more in the Prospector myself, but the Mole's a great ship. So if you have a couple friends that you want to take mining with you, I love the Mole. Omega says, I'm more of a small to mid fighter guy, but a full crewed hammerhead is mad fun. Exactly. That's where I'm at too. I like light fighters and I like medium fighters, but there's something like if you get in an A2 and you man those turrets, you get in a hammerhead and you man those turrets. I mean, it's so much fun. Even quite honestly, guys, even a Hurricane, turret gunner that's a great gig. I mean, you can do a ton of damage. History teacher says, at Trid, you came to the right channel. The folks who frequent this channel are dedicated Quantanium miners, and those who are learning. Space Shorts is a great channel. Thank you so much, History Teacher. And History Teacher's absolutely correct. The main thing that I want to do here is teach people the Quantanium mining loop. It's really what I've dedicated my channel to. And it's not to say we won't expand into other things like salvage or other industrial gameplay, but for sure, it's one of those things where I love it's in my blood, Quantanium mining. I do this when I'm not streaming, so it's just natural to do it. So off we go. We're heading towards HURL 5. We're going to drop out at 7.8. LOL pronounced Weltall German for the universe. That's awesome, Omega. Great Peter says, I miss being able to do the event as my internet was faulty, so I expect to be starting with 5K. Oh, Gray. Yeah, it's so funny. I got lucky. Squirrel was on earlier. He actually saved my bacon at Jumptown. Squirrel Lord's team had Jumptown locked down hard, and they let me sneak in and grab a naze and fly off and go and sell it. So I got lucky there. But I was able to do the Ninetales lockdown, and it was on a good server. And I'll tell you, the difference with the there we go again, you guys. The difference with the Ninetales is the Ninetales lockdown, and I'm gonna go ahead and there is let's go ahead. I wonder if there's a little patch maybe that's gotten in here. There is an install. So let me go ahead and do that. And I don't know if this is out of the verify or not, but there seems to be a little install, and I'm gonna install it right now. We'll be right back on here. Don't sweat it at all. There is a little bit of an update, so I wonder if they've kind of already found a bug. We'll have to see. And so I am launching the game again. Let's acknowledge. So, I just wanted to say the Ninetales lockdown on a good server is a really fun thing to watch, for sure. So we'll switch over to this real quick. And I have enjoyed when it's on a good server, Ninetales is a blast. Rerum Trading says 63rd like, 64th like, you guys. Every time we get up to have a few people watching, we crash, and that is just fine. It's so funny that way. So thank you for hanging in there. Trid says, at History Teacher, indeed, I've been enjoying the channel since I started lurking around here a few days ago. Thank you so much, Trid. I appreciate that. Sarah Rose. Sarah, welcome to the channel this evening. How are you tonight, Sarah? Nice to see you for sure. Guys, I've almost got the game right back up here. We're going to head right back in. If the tech of SC was real now, I'd be in a prospector out mining the belt. Sarah Rose, I could not agree more with that. For me, there's really nothing funner than Prospector. The Prospector is my favorite ship in the game. I love Prospector mining, and if for some reason, you're absolutely right, if I could hit the fast forward button in life and could just go into the future, I would be a Prospector mining. I would happily do it. I would love doing it. It'd be so much fun. Rusty Long says, if we started a restart counter, I need to make a restart counter for sure. Nate says, sure is fun. Just found out recently that there's different tiers of ship falls in. Oh, different tiers that ships fall in, and that they're good for specific missions. I learned from different sources. Yeah, there are definitely some excellent people who kind of rank the ships by tiers and can tell you kind of what their specialities are, Nate, for sure. Jez says, the YouTube community for Star Citizen is awesome. Jez, I couldn't agree more. I've learned so much from these channels. The learning curve for Star Citizen is huge, and channels like yours have really inspired me. Thank you so much, Jez. It's so kind of you. And so, hey, what on earth, you guys? We are in the ship. Let's kind of right the ship here.
You are blocking an active flight lane. Please vacate the vicinity.
I'm trying to ask them to...
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Definitely asking them if they'll open this thing here.
Initiating ship storage procedure.
We'll see how this goes, you guys. I woke up in the ship and they're grumpy because I'm in a different hangar than they want me to be in. That's hilarious. Ramoy, how are you, Ramoy? Trid says, I had Ninetales lockdown where there was, at Hammerhead portion, the AI completely froze. Yeah, that's the thing, Trid. It has to be on a good server. Still flying around, but I couldn't, anything else would happen. Yeah, good times. Anyways, they dragged me in. Yeah, I gotta pay the fine, you guys. So we'll hang out here and chat for just a moment. Do I have fine money? Let's find out.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
I have to pay the fine? What the heck?
That vehicle is currently impounded. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Impounded.
All right.
Vehicle selected.
I'll pay the fine, you guys. I paid it. I don't have much extra scratch, though. It's so funny. How much do I have? Let's look. Oh, my goodness. I have 368,000 all of a sudden now. Why? That's weird. That's kind of a rollback, you guys, to my old amount that I had. That's really strange. I had 300. That's how much I used to have. I just had 40,000. Now I have 368,000. That's really weird. I am Dave says, I did a guide program a couple of times and used the knowledge you gave here to do it. I also recommended your channel. Thank you, Dave. That's so kind of you. Omega says, as I get the hang of mining, the amounts of wipe. Oh, Omega, hang in there for sure. I am Dave says, Star 2. Love it. Rusty Long says, you're going to get impounded. I am going to get impounded. Sarah Rose says, the other thing I like is exploring and scanning. I got a 315P. Sarah, I love that ship, the 315P. Especially, I can't wait for the tractor beam on the front of it for when I have a full PC again. And the tractor, yes, exactly, and the tractor beam works. Love that ship, Sarah, for sure. Rusty Long says, LOL, here we go. Guy Actual says, just got another crasher. One says, by the way, hello, Space Shores. Hey, Ramoy, how are you? Rusty says, to be honest, I like the Tana too. You know, I really do like those Reliant ships. Those are a lot of fun. Sloop, welcome to the channel, Sloop. What a hilarious turn of events. Yeah, I know, Sloop. I had to pay. But they gave me my money back, so it's like, it's so weird. I have money that I used to have before the wipe of this particular but it's got that amount too on the PTU, 350K. Oh, 350K. Holy mackerel. That's interesting. Now, you know, I had sold a little bit of stuff before, so that's interesting, Death Reaper. By the way, welcome to the channel, Death Reaper. Nicely done. And out we go. We're going to go do this thing again if we can. Let me double check here. I do have Brant, and I have my Lancet on board, so we're in good shape there. It would be Jez says it would be very inconvenient if the penalty for blocking the landing bay was Klesher. Oh yeah, that's for sure. So off we go. We're going to drop out at 7.8. We're going to head towards HURL5. History teacher says at Omega, this isn't the first wipe, won't be the last by a long shot. When playing Star Citizen, don't focus on grinding. Yes, well, here's the thing. Find something you enjoy doing in Star Citizen, and do that, and have fun with the game. Because really, right now, it's not it's not something where you want to do tons of grinding and that type of thing. Wadawick, welcome to the channel, Wadawick. Have they fixed the Reliant spawn bug yet? I don't think so, Wadawick. I'm not entirely sure about that. And try to get good at the various gameplay loops. I love that idea for sure. Omega says, well, yeah, I know. I'll just wait till the wipe and grind back up to get the MSR. Yep, you'll grind it back out for sure. Greywalk says, enjoying the content. Greywalk, welcome to the channel. Nice to see you. History teacher says, that's fun, and see how much money you can make. Exactly. You know, I am Dave says, FYI, if anyone is in the market for a GPU, Newegg has a Gigabyte 3080s for $729. Yeah, guys, GPU prices crashed today. for sure. There's definitely some good GPU prices today, if you look around, and tomorrow probably. Sierra Rose says, I can see the 315-1P being a scout ship, asteroid herder, for small fleet of prospectors. I agree with all that stuff, moving quant chunks into a cluster and shoving an aircraft. Yes, exactly. Cleaning up the site, making stacks of the good stuff, absolutely being a scout. That ship is going to be very much integrated as a part of our regular operational fleet for sure, Sarah. I couldn't agree more. Gotta donate to VVVU, make you a billionaire. Colton Yoder, please. Evans and Stars. No, I appreciate all the donations. Help keep the lights on, keep the channel and coffee, that type of thing. I'm putting anything you donate back into the channel for sure. At 7.8, I'm going to drop out here, you guys. So we're almost there. All right.
Quantum travel complete.
Quantum
travel complete.
Did you see? Is this quantum travel complete?
Quantum travel.
What's going on? I'm not dropping out of quantum travel. Not dropping out.
Quantum travel.
What on earth? It's so funny. All right, well, we'll have to see how this goes, you guys. Oh, today's going to be awesome. Ramoynes is really funny. I just quit the game because the 3 crashes in the PTU. Did not want to rage quit. And I checked out YouTube and you were on, so I dropped by. Yeah, Ramoyne, it's definitely one of the... It's so funny. You know, Omega says, since I have an MSR in the free fly event, I just fly. Yeah, the MSR is such a great ship to fly. Great Peter says, I think maybe a wipe at 318 because, there's no question, you guys. One thing Great Peter's saying here is he's absolutely correct, you guys. So, I'll just kind of, we're going to talk our way through this, and I'm going to kind of keep answering and chatting with you guys for sure, because I'm loving the stream, even though we're having a bit of a snag, right? So, no big deal. We're just going to keep on firing here. And kind of trying to do a little bit of mining and just kind of enjoying the time together tonight. So, what Great Peter is saying is absolutely correct, you guys. Don't get out there at 317.2 and kill it, because it's only going to be about another 120 days. And when 318 comes, they're going to wipe again. It's very unlikely that they're going to have persistent entity streaming and the cargo refactor and not wipe. So you guys, it's just those are just too large of ticket items. They're just too big. So I 100% agree. Now I'm saying, hey, at SE stream, Chris Potter says, yeah, man. Guy actually says just respawned at the center of the solar system, and everyone else had respawned there too. Yeah, that could happen at 30Ks. At least 6 ships were there. That's awesome. Chris, welcome to the channel, by the way. Jack C says, press you. Yeah, no, I pressed everything I could, Jack. It was a 30K for sure that had us over our skis. And so, right back in we go, you guys. We're just having fun tonight. Chris Potter says, how is mining? Haven't mined in like 2 or 3 updates. Mining's been great, really, Chris. But on the PTU, it's been a little bit grumpy for sure. I am Dave says 30K. Yep. Colton Yoder says you can Lyria mine if you're unable to drop out a quant. Absolutely can do that. Humble Monk says mining is good. I don't even touch Lyria now. Oh no, you guys. Right now, if your smart money with a prospector is in the air in Halo. The scanning mechanics make it super duper duper efficient, and I'll kind of demonstrate that if I get a chance to tonight. Guy Actual says I think it will depend on the new DB scheme it takes. I definitely. It's very, very likely that 318 is gonna be a wipe. I wouldn't go out there and get crazy and burn yourself out. Have fun, you guys. Wadowitz says I've been away for a while. Are there new mining gadgets? Pretty much useful. Yeah, there are the mining gadgets are cool. I mean, I think the mining gadgets have a little more use case with the rented prospector, to be perfectly honest. Hey, Boss Man V. Anyone know who know what's org life like in a mining org? We're not necessarily a mining org ourselves, but I think mining is a lot of fun. In groups when you have big mining organizations happening that night, it is a ton of fun. Halliday. I mean, they're just a blast. I mean, they're just tons of fun. You have your scouts, you have your prospector breaking teams, you have your mole scooping teams. We make everybody gets an equal share. It's just a lot of fun on those nights. Humble Monk says, I don't touch the mining gadgets. with my prospector since I only go to the belt. That's a very like right now, if you kind of go to the belt, which is what I'm recommending with the prospector, you're only going to run into rocks that are 5122. So that's the biggest mass. You don't really need any kind of gadgets out there in the belt for sure. What on earth? Not seeing any ships. What's
Welcome
what's
to the
going on
ASOP
here?
vehicle retrieval system.
Oh. All right, so let's claim. We'll
Your
claim.
insurance claim has been sent.
And I will run down and let's see. Do I still have money? I do. Let me. It's so funny, you guys. Sloop says, with all the wipes ahead, sounds like a good time to pay cash for ships if you're able to. Yeah, it's not something you want to go crazy with, Sloop, but definitely having the ship that you enjoy. There's nothing wrong with that. Sarah Rose says, Halo might be the best bet, but might want to try a different part of the Halo in the area. No, it's not the area of the Halo, Sarah. It's just the game tonight is the PTU patch is a little bit unstable. Oddball says, evening. Hey, Oddball, how are you? Nice to see you. Colton says, I've tried to join Spectre Fleet multiple times as a minor, but no luck yet. Colton, we'll get you in there for sure. I know that that industrial part of the org is so full and packed all the time. It's definitely one of those things, and I think Colton, we'll get you. I'll track you down for sure, and we'll get talking to you. I know with the fourth holiday and stuff, I've missed a couple of folks. 317.2 is Devo having a wipe. There will be another wipe after 318. Maybe at 318.1 or again at 319 and again after. Yeah, there's definitely going to be some wipes, you guys. We're going to see those now in more rapid succession, I think. Gray Peter says, I paid for my Cutlass, ROC, Prospector, and Taurus so I can get. That's Gray Peter is absolutely right on, you guys. You can see what I have. This is what I would start with after the wipe.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval.
I have a Mole, I have a Prospector, I have a Taurus. Of course I do have the Cargo, and then the Gladius was something I just kind of earned through subscription things. Rocket says, hey, what's the setting called that lets you auto-scan rocks in the Prospector without pinging? Rocket, we can talk about that a little bit. There's the scan angles, but you do still have the ping a little bit. Omega says, well, I made enough Cutlass Black during Aberdeen Cave missions in a few days. No need to spend real cash. Yeah, I understand that's for sure. 4 crashes in 40 minutes. Your definition of a little unstable. Fair enough, Rusty. You know me. I'm always trying to glasses half full kind of guy. History teacher says a Colton Yoder. Yeah, the mining squadron of Spectre Fleet is always 100%. Great group of people. And there's not a lot of turnover. Yeah, that's absolutely the truth, you guys. We're really blessed. I mean, there's not a ton of turnover there for sure. Aaron, welcome to the channel. I just hope they fix the bugs with your ship losing modules and guns. Aaron, I agree with that. I think that's not, I'd like to see them get that fixed for sure. Colton says, almost thought I was blacklisted. Colton, you're not. Unequivocally not. We'll get that figured out for sure. There definitely there's been kind of a lull the last couple weeks with the, with the wipe coming and then with the holiday. We're kind of actually been taking a little bit of a break because we know right when 317.2 drops, it's going to be very, very, very busy. So that's kind of where things are at. I'm just going to pick up a couple of brands here, you guys.
Finding everything all right?
So I'm going to buy brands, and I'm just going to buy that many. Cool. And that way I'm going to definitely have some for the Prospector when it gets... All right. Yeah, Aaron says, thank you for the welcome. Of course, Aaron. Welcome to the channel. Shadow Catcher says, greetings, shorts and fellow citizens. Hey, Shadow Catcher, how are you tonight, sir? Colton gives you the old salute. Trin says, I can't even fly a good portion of my ships, but what I have enjoyed, I'm so happy. Yes, I think there's nothing wrong with having the ships that you want in your stable that are kind of specific to your gameplay choice. It's nothing wrong with that. It's a smart move having those in there for sure. And it has been a very, very grumpy start here to our PTU patch playtest tonight. That can happen for sure. It's just, we're just going to kind of have some smiles, answer questions, roll with the with the times here. So let's go ahead and take a look and see where my
to the ASOP vehicle
where my
retrieval
prospector
system.
is. Oh, let's expedite
Your
now.
insurance
Let's pay the
claim
expedited fee.
vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
All right, so now let's go ahead and make sure we've got plenty of kit on there, just like we want. So we'll do our pre-flight on it. And let's see here. It's got the old Goliath. Okay. That's funny. It does have the Lancet. That's good. Oh, those must be in my backpack, you guys. Watch. All 6 of these will be in my backpack because I forgot to put them in. Yeah, I'll move them here. That definitely happens. Ramoyne says, remember 4.0 is supposed to be when Pyro drops, and the following year is Nyx, and a certain Mr. Roberts has stated that 4.0 or thereabouts beta status will be achieved. Yeah, 4.0 will be kind of beta status. I have a feeling you're right. Aaron gives a salute, you guys. It really has been a grumpy start. Yeah, it has for sure. Drid says, but it has been a good laugh. That's exactly right. That's the best way to look at it for sure. I'm enjoying myself just chatting with you guys, and obviously we hope that we get a little mining in tonight. But you can see certainly that we're struggling a bit, and that's okay. So we're gonna save those changes. I have the Goliath on board. That we'll make it work with the Goliath. It'll be just fine. Let's see. I see a few frames. Every time I see a few frames drop, my brain thinks it's going to crash. Yeah, Rusty, I can appreciate that. And there has been a couple of frames for sure drop tonight. And I think the game is being a touch stuttery. History teacher says, at Space Shores, what's your odds on 3.17.2 being a good playable state at launch? 3.17.1 was less than stellar, as was 3.17.0. I'm right with you, history teacher. I don't think the 3.17s have been a very good... I don't think they were as nearly as stable as 3.16. And I am really hoping that they get 3.17.2 in a very, very stable place. I think we've had 2 free flies in a row that have been not the best look as far as stability goes. So my gut tells me that it's probably not going to be in as good a shape as we hope, but hopefully in better shape than it has been. Sarah, I missed your little bit of your chat there. Plans to add a Terrapin, MSR, Vulture, and Defender. Oh my gosh, those are all awesome ships. Trid says, I like the Terrapin. Never flown it, but it's nice to look at. I love the Terrapin, you guys. The Space Turtle is... I can't wait for its gameplay, to be able to go out and tag rocks. That's going to be so fun. Colton says, the crashes have been so bad this patch, I can't bring myself to play as much. I think, Colton, a lot of people are experiencing that right now, where there is some difficulty in it. Wish I had a Defender. Trid, you know what, you guys, that Defender is going to become a very important ship in Pyro because it has insane gas tanks. You will be able to cut. It's going to be a fighter that can fly from one end of Pyro to the other. That Defender's a good ship. I agree with that 100%. It will be missed when I lose it. Yep. Captain Chaotic says, I don't even play this game, but I can't stop watching you play. I enjoy the way you interact with us. Captain Chaotic, thank you so much. It's very kind of you. And I love interacting with you guys for sure. Omega says, I upgraded my Mustang Gamma for a 325A because I like combat. Then my friend gifts me the Cartual, and I have 2 fighters. Man, the Cartual is a very, very beautiful ship, fast as lightning. Love that ship, Omega. Ramoyne says, I'm lucky that I have 2 pledge ships. One was surprisingly a gift from a friend. What a wonderful thing, my beloved Aurora MR. And now a CO Nomad to get used to. Hey, Ramoyne, that's a great ship to kind of, a really good rock mining platform, and an awesome little ship to get started with some basic trading as well. So good for you there. I'm going to go ahead and open this up again. Brant. Okay, we're looking good there. We're going to try this again, you guys. We're going to... Once again, we're going to pivot. Oh, it probably would help if I actually set my destination, so let's go ahead and try and do that. Okay. Let's go ahead and see if we can set a star map destination. Skyline. Oh no. We'll give it a moment and see if it wants, see if it wants to do better with that. It's definitely not. It's acting a little squirrely. Might be another 30K, you guys. We'll have to see here in just a second. Let's see here. I upgraded my Mustang Gamma for a 325 because I like combat. Then my friend gifts me, I did read that Omega. That's all. The cartridge wall is fantastic. Ramon says, I'm lucky that I have 2 pledge ships. I've read that. The CO Nomad, great ship. Trid says, nice friend, and I love the handling of the cartridge wall. The cartridge wall is a great handling ship. Sarah Rose says, I like imagining ways to customize some of my ships. Like the Defender, I'd love to add a drop-down cockpit above the stairs, and then use the previous control pads as a bathroom. Control pods as a bathroom and the other areas of kitchen. That's a good idea, Sarah, for sure. Making kind of the Defender a little more of a homey type fighter. I dig that. 30K, you guys, I know. Also, the engines sound good. They do. Omega says, yeah, he really wanted me to play with him, so he gave me his old HOTAS setup because he bought a new set. Yeah, listen, it's so funny. I do think that friends definitely help each other play Star Citizen for sure. So I'm going to try something a little different this time. I'm just going to try and log into... I'm just going to join a game, Last Stand, find match, and then I'm going to go, and then I'm going to see if I can session out of this, and if I can actually then go, I'm just kind of curious. We're just going to have a little fun with this. History teacher says, at Space Shorts, is the prototypical Midwesterner, always looking at the bright side of things. It was just a real pleasure to talk with. The community that is going to... You know what, history teacher, I definitely love that we do have... There's a lot of positivity in the community here. Now, I definitely think that we try to keep things even keel. And, Star Citizen has some warts. There's no question about it. Obviously, as they're on display tonight... I'm 30K. I think I just 30K'd out of Star Marine, you guys. Oh, my stars. I think I did. I think I 30K'd out of Star Marine. So we're, let's see. Oh, it did, but it did kind of give me a thing here. Colton, you've been around playing since the days of the single station in game, if you can bear through its game. I started playing Star Citizen back when the backpack was the only thing that was persistent in the universe. And I would hand mine because if I went down in the caves, you guys, I could throw hand minables into the backpack, and if I 30K'd, I would at least have those in the backpack. Morbib, hey, you doing? Morbib saluting everybody. How you doing, Morbib? Nice to see you tonight. Trid says, I remember the times when we only had the hangers. Yeah, it's so funny. I definitely logged in at some point and said, wow, there's only hangers for sure. But then, of course, I did catch an Obsidian Ant video, and then he's like, hey, there are game loops in Star Citizen, and off we went for sure. So, whew, boy, the PTU is not stable tonight, gang. So we're having a little fun with it. We've been trying to get out to the air in Halo and do some 317.2 mining, and we may make it out there. But we're gonna give it a couple of more college tries here tonight. 77 likes, you guys. I've had some awesome donations. I've had a lot of new subscribers tonight, a lot of new faces. Thank you so much for joining. Colton Yoder says, history. Are you the history teacher? History teacher is absolutely a lovely contributor to the channel, and actually I based some videos on some of history teacher suggestions. Love when history teacher's around. Jamie Bland, welcome to the channel. Starting back when PO was the only thing in the game back in March 2015, LOL. I hear you, Jamie, for sure. Sarah Rose says, I never got into hand or rock mining. It wasn't until the Prospector that I got interested in mining. I definitely did the entire mining loop. I love mining in space games. So I hand mined until I could afford the ROC. I ROC mined until I could afford the Prospector in-game. I did purchase the Prospector, of course, then. But then I also definitely did a bunch of Prospector mining until I earned the mole. So I've really kind of did every part of that loop. Oh boy, let's see what we have here now.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
All right, so it is here. That's fine. Let's go ahead and take a look and see. Let me see if I can pre-flight it at all. I'm not getting any ships to show up here. This is awesome. We'll just give it a second. It's me, Mario, says Halliday. Nice, Halliday. Nicely done. That's awesome.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval
All
system.
right. Well, let's just see.
Vehicle
Let's just see
selected.
how we do. We're just gonna go ahead and pull this guy out. I'll pull the mining laser out on the pad and see. Hey, Aaron, the free fly weekend got me into mining for sure. Oh my gosh, Aaron, that is such a funny Key and Peele skit. I love that skit so much. You messed up, Aaron. That's awesome. Love that name. Wadawick, not sure what you said there. Missed that one for sure. 80 likes, you guys. What the heck? We're only 20 likes from 100. Look at the game here, you guys. It has been an absolute... It has been a wild ride tonight. I only mined once, and it wasn't through choice. Wadawick. Fair enough. I can appreciate that for sure. I seen that, Wadawick. You have a player trying to get your attention, Space Shorts. Oh, I do. Do I? I can't seem to get away from the, I'm stuck here on the terminal.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again.
All right, well, what location did they put it on there? I'm just going to hopefully it's hangar 2. We'll have to see. Fresh hot tea brewed up. Let's go. Yeah, exactly. That's hilarious. Wadwick says, I only hand mine once and it wasn't through joints. That's awesome. Wow, I haven't seen this rough. Yeah, it's definitely, you guys, it's rough. I mean, they'll have a patch out tomorrow morning, tomorrow early. It's not going to be, don't take 3.17.2 like it's stability based on what you're seeing here. There's clearly an issue going on with the servers, and and we're just having some fun out here talking, and you're gonna have nights like this. So I appreciate actually being able to, it's kind of good practice to kind of keep an eye on the stream, to kind of reach for the buttons, to kind of keep interacting with you guys. I'm enjoying this tonight. Everything doesn't have to be perfect, and I still am gonna have a super enjoyable evening spending time with you all. So wow, look at that. We have a star map. We have a delete. Let's see here. Let's see if the door will open for us. Hey, we can launch. Even the PU has been unstable tonight. I think I've had 30K 5 times in 5 hours. Interesting, Oddball. And I do see, it's so funny because there are times when I talk on Spectrum and talk about how there's kind of an interesting link between, hey, there's Halliday. Nice to see you, Hal. You're right over there. Let's go over there and let's say hi to Halliday. That is awesome, Halliday. Let's go ahead and I'll fly in over here. We'll take it easy. What are you flying there, Halliday? Let's take a look. There is Halliday right there, you guys. That's awesome. Halliday, stay put for a minute. I want to come take a look at your ship. That's fantastic. Still fun to laugh at the mishaps. Absolutely, Shadowcatcher. Isn't there new Lagrange points in 3.17.2? There are new Lagrange points in 3.17.2 History Teacher, but it's interesting. There's no minables there, or very few. And then there's like negative 20% and negative 25% at the new refineries for Quantanium. It's really weird. So let's look at what is Halliday flying over here, you guys. We're getting close. We're taking a look. That looks like the Space Penguin. It is the Space Penguin. Halliday's flying the Penguin. Nicely done, Halliday. Titan just, yeah, nicely done, man. Sorry I was AFK a bit. Did we 30K? Rusty, we've 30K'd like, yeah, a lot. Chase McRae says, how do I join the lobby? I'm not sure what you mean, Chase. Ask your question with a little more context. Halliday says prospector in a minute. No problem, Hallie, for sure. And I'm going to go ahead and I will head towards HURL5, and I will actually, I don't know if I have you in friends there, Halliday. Let's see if I can, there you are. I'm going to invite you to the party. So you can come hang out. You can come hang out if we can. I mean, so off we go. We're going to try this again. I sent you an invite, Hallie, for sure. Prospector in a minute. That's awesome. I'm going to drop out at 7.8 again if I can, you guys. We're going to give it a try. 83 likes. You guys were 17 likes from a hundo. That's awesome. Yes, Captain, it comes with a fifth of an alpha, but Been a while since it's been. Yeah, it's you know, it's just this one patch tonight, you guys. Don't, you know, I don't want anybody making crazy judgments. It's definitely totally unstable with this patch. They'll fix it tomorrow. Only the PTU server, I think. History teacher says, I wonder if there's a negative percentage for refining Quantanium in preparation for silently dropping a new mineable. You know, history teacher's interesting to me. It's negative 20%. I actually had a picture on my channel last night of it. It was surprised me. MND, how are you tonight? The Anvil Centurion needs to be deployed on the front deck of the 890 in space to have some real guns delivering that firepower. That's a hilarious idea, you know, definitely putting a bunch of those on top of the 890 and letting it use them as turrets. I love that idea. Somebody's definitely going to do that. One can hope, history for sure, Colton. I got it, boss man. No problem, Halliday. And Oddball says gig for sure. Yeah, you guys, it's been kind of a grumpy, you know, servers have been grumpy tonight. So we're just having some fun. I'm going to try and drop out at 7.8, and we're going to see how much scanning we can do before we kind of hit another 30K. So it's happening. We're getting 30Ks like crazy on the PTU tonight, but don't let that, like I said, it's just this one patch. It hasn't been this unstable for me in quite a long time. So, all right, so we're 7.8 right there. All right, we dropped out. This is a great place to drop out. I really like the density at this particular area here. And I am going to look for ARC-L1. I'm going to set that place, right? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to stop spooling. Let me spool this guy up for just a second and then spool it back down so the sound goes away. It'll be just a second. The old Goliath is not good. Now we can have a little fun and do some scanning here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to increase my velocity a little bit, right? And then I'm going to pull out the mining laser and we're just going to kind of roll this guy back and forth a little bit. Get our 170 pings going. And we already got some opportunity markers. Now I want to kind of get my mouse freed up here a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and let me roll in here and get a ping. That's a P-type. So we're looking for Q-types here. And those types show up on the right-hand side of the UI. That's an M-type cluster. This one here at 12 point, we'll be able to see that one as well, usually. Now, if you scan them, if you're pinging them like this, like see how many times I'm pinging it, and it's not giving you any activity back as far as like a scan type, it's probably an unscannable rock, so just keep flying. All right, we're just going to keep on. This is us, right? So we're doing a little, we're finally got out here to do a little mining tonight. Ramoyne says, negative 20% indicates it's a move in volatility of Quanta as regards to minables. It's definitely an interesting thing, you know. It was surprising to me to see the negative 20% for Quantanium at there. And I don't know if there's a tell in there or not. For sure, that's an M-type for sure. Okay, what about this guy? That's that P-type. And all we're going to ever do is reorientate back on, and then kind of pull back to the 180 scan and just ping again, and off we go. So, all right, there's something at 10.7. What is that one? Not giving us any opportunities back. And they come in bunches when you see that a lot. You know, when you're not getting like pings back, it definitely is something that happens in bunches, I've noticed for sure. History teacher says, normally, when I catch the stream, I try to play the game with the old space shorts and get a uni before I finish my beer. I've got 2 beers and no uni so far, so better get after it. Yeah, man, it's for sure. It's definitely one of those nights. There's it's a great beer drinking night. You're absolutely right, history teacher. That is an excellent way to do it, but, you know, I definitely usually have a uni on board before this, but you know what? It's just fine. We're having a little bit of fun, just kind of checking over the scanning mechanics. And like I said, it's not uncommon when you start getting the unscannable rocks that they're going to come in bunches. That's what I've definitely noticed. But if you keep just kind of heading towards ARC-L1 and keep resetting your scan, it's going to work out just fine. Hello, miners. Hello, V. I'm late. No problem. How are you, Twin Alice? Nice to see you. How have you been? Nighttime stream. Well, this is a treat. Yeah, Bellios, it is a nighttime stream. You know, I'm just out here monkeying on the PTU, and it's been very grumpy tonight. So, you know, we're actually finally getting a little bit of mining in, but it's been a struggle. We probably had 6 or 7 30Ks tonight. So, you know, we're just kind of having some fun out here monkeying around. And as you guys can see, I'm definitely not getting a whole lot of returns. Let me go ahead. I'm going to pick my speed up just another touch.
On. Mining mode off. Mining mode on.
Not getting a whole lot of scan results right now, and that we'll see how it goes. I already had my 1 beer for the night, so I'm going to do my British thing and get a cup of tea. Fair enough, Remote. That's awesome. Wadwick says, are the negative 20% refineries close to the halo? No, they're off the beaten path for sure. It's the negative 21. It was this one out here. It was Mike L2, way off the beaten path. So you know, it wasn't one that you'd happen across and end up with negative 20% or anything of the sort. Belia says, hi, ouch, yeah, Captain. Real life is calling me away. Thanks for the show. Good luck to your adventures. Captain Chaotic, thank you for your hanging out tonight. It really means a lot to me. I hope that you have a lovely evening. Gray Peter says, I was thinking of moving from CRUL1 to one of the new refinery stations. Maybe I had to better rethink that. Yeah, you can't have the negative 20% deficit. I don't know if it's going to go to launch that way. It's something I'm definitely going to keep an eye on. But yeah, I mean, you know, negative 20%, that's a big hit right there. That's an E-type right there. So it looks like we're starting to recover a little bit. We're starting to get the types back a touch. And it does run in bunches, you guys, where that happens, I've noticed. And so, how many likes now? We have 86 likes, you guys. 14 more likes and we'll get to 100. That's awesome. And we're cruising along here for sure. Alrighty, not this. I think this was the one E-type that I had already looked at. Yep, we're just kind of scanning along here, cruising through the halo. When I run into clusters of unscannable rocks, I take that's never a bad idea. What history teacher's suggestion is doing like a short QT trip. Never a bad idea. I usually take a little bit of time and fly out of it, just in case. But there's never, if you're spending a lot of time in the halo and you're not having any luck, there's nothing wrong with just a short little QT trip to kind of shake things up a little bit, and that definitely can pay a big dividend. That's a P-type right there. Twin Alice says, I'm fine. I just woke up from sleep. The time difference is so annoying. Hey, no problem, Twin Alice. It's a lovely morning, I hope, over your way for sure. And we'll go ahead and we're just going to race forward here a little bit. I'm going to do a 180 scan. And we're going to keep looking for opportunities. There's one right over there. And we're looking for Q-types out here. That's what we're looking for. We've had a lot of unscannables here. I think I am going to maybe do we'll take history teacher's advice. We'll just do a good 5-10 second mini jump here and come out of it.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
All right, so let's go ahead and see how we do. You know, it's never a bad idea to reset the table. All right. Oh yeah. Hey, let's get the mining laser out.
Fracturing mode on. Mining mode on.
It's a little bit of a cluster there. She's not giving us any results back. What about this guy here? That's an E-type. That guy is not chit-chatting back. What about this guy? Not chit-chatting back. No problem. Yeah, you never do know. I mean, obviously, you always just try and shake it up a little bit, and never a bad idea to do it. And, of course, the servers, we all know the servers are a little choppy tonight, so You know, it's not surprising to me that we're having a little bit of these issues. This is normally a super effective way to locate Quantanium clusters. That's an M type right there. There's an E type. There was this one way out here. Chris Bates says, if you like the channel, consider hitting the like button, sub, and hit the notification bell. Thank you, Chris. That's very kind of you, sir. Love it. You guys, 92 likes, by the way, as well. We're getting very close to 100 likes tonight. That's awesome. Especially on a stream that's, we've had the server's been so grumpy. So, it's definitely, I can't thank you guys enough for hanging in there. 93. We're almost to 100 for sure. Alrighty. There's a Q-type right there, and it looks like I'll go to a 90-degree scan, and that's our first Q-type of the night. The 90-degree scan is going to help kind of keep the UI, the opportunity marker right out in front of us, and so we can kind of approach and not necessarily run directly into it. We are kind of moving at a pretty reasonable clip, so we'll begin kind of slowing down here as we get a little closer. We're going to take a look at these first Q-types of the night and see how we do. Ramon says 8 away from the 100. Any chance of achieving that goal? That's awesome. 5 more likes, you guys, so we got a hundo going here. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look at this guy. It's you actually can 45 this guy a little bit. Let's see here. Let me just kind of. I think you can 45 this guy. I've seen that before where you kind of 45 the guy. Not going to be a great rock, it doesn't look like. Like a 9%er. So no big deal. That is awesome that we found our first Q-type though. And we're going to kind of keep moving. 96 likes. We're getting there, you guys. We're so close. It's awesome. Great Peter says, it would be nice if they made all the scannable rocks actually scan. Oh, I agree with that 100%, Gray. Like, that would be awesome if that would happen. For sure. At least we don't have to approach them now and look at them to realize that we can't. Basically, if they don't give me any kind of an information on them, I just keep on flying. And I think that's probably, I have found way more often than not that it's the best thing to do. Belios says, going to downvote just so I can upvote again. That's awesome. I love it, Belios. 99. Jez Hill says, me and my mining buddy invented a new asteroid type for the non-scannables. It's an I type for I'm not going to tell you. That's awesome. Love that. That is fantastic. Oh, my stars. It's interesting to kind of get no pings. I wonder if we're in 30K. Let's just kind of see what happens. We'll keep flying forward. History teacher says, I really wish the opportunity markers didn't disappear so quickly after a ping. It does seem reasonable to constantly ping after yep, there's a 30K, you guys, for sure. I understand that, history teacher, for sure. That makes a lot of sense to me. And so let me go ahead and see if we can jump back in here. I wonder if I can actually jump on Halliday. Let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and add Halliday as a friend. I'm going to send a friend request to Halliday and see if he accepts that. Ramon says, why thank you, sir, kind sir. Belios says, LOL Jazz. Leland Grubson, welcome to the channel. Hope they add asteroid cores that contain more valuable ores but are more unstable. Leland, I think that would be fantastic. Rusty Long says, far out 250 AUD for a prospector. Great Peter says, 1 hundo. And that's awesome. Okay, 630Ks now. Yeah, it has been. And oh my gosh, you guys, 100 likes. Thank you so much. That's unbelievable. That's what Gray was talking about. 80 concurrent viewers. You're rocking it, man. Thank you so much, Morvip. And it's been a rocky night. The crowd has hung on and been so gracious, for sure. And you can see here, I'm trying to kind of get things upright again. Let me go ahead and BRB one thing, and I will go back, and we'll go ahead and and get this thing restarted one more time tonight and see how we do. This patch is she's just a little grumpy, for sure. It's one of those things where I'm sure by tomorrow they'll have this worked out. 101, thank you all. Target achieved. Yeah, anything north of that, you guys, is just gravy. I'm just being greedy. Anything with 105 likes, I see them going up, even when I've got the "I will be right back" screen on there. You guys have seen the "I will be right back" screen so many times tonight. I feel so bad. You know, it's one of those things. I'm having a good time, but what we'll do is we'll just kind of do a little chatting, and then we'll, any questions or anything that anybody wants to talk about. I do want to talk a little bit about, my experience messing around over in, trying to play some RuneScape. I hear you, Morbid, for sure. Ramon says 105 now. Exactly, guys. 105 is awesome. And so here we go. I'm back on the, we're back on the screen here. I'm actually just going to hit best, and in we're going to go. Gives me time to make tea. Fair enough. Zarl says, where is the belt located? Well, Zarl, that's an excellent question, and I can help. It's actually around the Stanton Sun. That's so the belt is all the way around it. So are these places where you can take off and then drop out of quantum while you're, in the belt. So, I'll explain that kind of as we get in game, and we'll probably have a few laughs and maybe just kind of, do a little more talking tonight before we sign off. I have a few things I wanted to talk to you guys about. So, a couple of things why I have so many of you on board tonight. There is going to be a ship giveaway. It's coming up soon. It's an Avenger Titan starter pack. It was donated by Tina Peterson. So I just have the pleasure of being able to pay it forward. I'm going to be doing a video. That is going to be happening sometime after 317.2 goes live. And so I'm going to put out a video that's going to announce the date and time of the stream. And so there is going to be a starter package that's going to be a giveaway. I do want to talk about that a little bit. I also want to talk about, I did visit you guys. I visited Mike L5 right here. So I visited this station, that modern Icarus station. I visited Mike L2, that Long Forest station there. I did visit Mike L4. So I visited some areas yesterday, just so you guys know. And I also did visit a couple of other places. And so at Mike L2, for instance, like I talked about earlier, there was the negative 20% Quantanium. And I'm not exactly sure why they did that. But I also tried to kind of just check those areas out for any kind of mineable rocks. And there, I really wasn't finding a whole lot there. So let's talk about the answer Zarl's question, you guys, just because I want to be gracious to him. So Zarl's, if I'm heading from Arc L1 and I'm going to HUR L5, I would drop out. The Aaron Halo is really kind of right here around this ring. And it's an asteroid belt that goes, it's just like our own asteroid belt. It goes all the way around the sun. And so you drop out and you drop out in it, and then you can mine in it. Great Peter says the belt surrounds the whole system. That's exactly correct. Rusty says all you need to know about mining in the Aaron Halo. Omega says the Avenger Titan is a great ship. I can't wait for the. Morvip says you got a question here. What is the type E, type M that you were saying? Okay, so yeah, when I was scanning the rocks, you guys, when I was in the Aaron Halo, I was pulling out the mining laser and I was scanning the rocks, and there are different types of, like an M type or an E type or a P type. They might contain Baxilite or Borase or Laranite. We were looking for Q types, right? We were definitely looking for the Q types, the Quantanium type, for sure. This is the Quicksilver gray cat armor here. So yeah, we were looking for Q types for sure out there, and the Q types are the Quantanium types. This does look a little like the Mandalorian Beskar. I love that Belios. I really like this. This is my favorite set of armor in the game, this particular set. Oddball says, I'm going to leave it on lurk mode and hit the sack. It's 3:45 a.m. here. in the Faroe Islands. Oddball, thank you so much for joining tonight. On that note, I wish you all a great evening, night, morning, day, and happy hunting. Oddball, that is a beautiful way to sign off. Absolutely. It doesn't matter if it's evening, night, morning, day. You know, Oddball is giving you all a salute, you guys. What an awesome way to say goodnight, Oddball. You know, have yourself a lovely rest. Jess says the Aaron Halo has an orbit between the orbits of Crusader and ArcCorp. They absolutely do. Oh, it's not even shown on the map, so you just have to drop out. Yes. For instance, if I was leaving here in ArcL1, Zarls, if I leave here at ArcL1 and I head towards HURL5, I would drop out at 7.8. That's where I drop out. And we'll try and head back out and do some more of that stuff. Ramoyne says 3:47 a.m. here in London. Yeah, I did get started late tonight, guys. Metal Dragon says I found 2 halos, one from Arc to Hurston and one from Arca 1. Yeah, there's definitely metal. There's definitely different places you can leave and drop out. Belia says love the set. I use the orange version. I like the orange version as well. I really like the. There's also the black cherry version is cool. Halliday says finally back. My internet went out. Sorry about that, Halliday, for sure. Oddball says 07. What component do I use on the Prospector? Excellent question, Dano. And by the way, Dano, welcome to the channel. So I don't have the kit right now because this is the the PTU.
Welcome.
But let's talk about this. So
Vehicle retrieval
I
system.
want to make sure I have the Prospector. Let me just retrieve this
Vehicle
guy.
selected. Stand by.
And then I'm going to store this guy. And we'll go through the components together a little bit. Excellent question, Dano, and I want to answer the question for you. So, what components do I use on the Prospector? Let me see if I can kind of get the Prospector pulled up and we can answer that for you.
Please visit.
All right, so we'll go ahead and look at the ship here. Awesome. In the systems here, the most important thing that I think that you want to change out is the quantum drive. I definitely recommend a couple of different quantum drives, right? So for a short range jumping, I'm gonna recommend the VK00. The best all around is gonna be the Atlas drive, the ATLAS. The Atlas drive is the best all arounder. The VK00, once again, is an awesome short range drive. I also do like the Rush. I also like the Siren. And the game, look at the game crashed, you guys, again. So I'm gonna throw up the BRB. I'm gonna go ahead and relaunch, and we'll just kind of. So yeah, I mean, I definitely like that. I also do recommend Dano just to keep on keeping on here. I absolutely recommend the Lancet MH1 laser head for Quantanium mining, and would love to recommend the brands as well. So those are what I like. Oddball Gaming 07 says Ramoyne. I totally, Oddball signed off beautifully, you guys. History Teacher says Morbip. The type of asteroid can tell you what type of minerals it can contain. There's a great site called SC Trade Tools, which can give you the full details. Excellent answer, History Teacher. That's what it is. Like, those types are what types of minerals are in those particular rocks or clusters. Geesley says, V, if I can contribute to a future ship giveaway, please let me know. I'm happy to donate a ship or help out any way I can. Say the word. Have a great night. Heading back to the Sac Night All. Geesley, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. I would love to do something in the future like that. Let's talk about it. Dano says, thanks. Great Peter says to ArcL3. I'm back on the menus, you guys. And we're going to sit here for just a moment. That's one thing I hate is the modules. I don't save when transferring to different stations. Yeah, I understand, Metal. That makes sense. Okay, crash number 7. You're absolutely right about that, Rusty. The fact that 70 of you have hung out during all these crashes has been absolutely lovely tonight. Dano says, is the Helix good? The Helix used to be the meta for sure. It's no longer the meta now, but it's absolutely good. It's a good laser. The thing that makes the Lancet so good is it's got that negative 75% instability for Quantanium mining specifically. But the Helix is absolutely fine if you want a high energy laser. It's great. I definitely teach a lot of the Quantanium mining stuff. So, the Lancet's definitely the best way to go for the Quantanium mining for sure. And any other questions you guys may have, I'm happy to answer. We're going to load back in here and talk it out a little bit more. Look at this. I came back like literally. That's so weird, you guys. Right back where I was at. That's awesome. All right, so we were talking about the prospector here. I'm back with dinner. What did I miss? Arctic, all you missed was a whole bunch of 317-2 dropping us out of the game. So Helix plus Brant is all right. Yep, I mean, you can absolutely do that. I use the Lancet and Brants. I normally have an FLTR-XL up here, but, you know, with the being PTU, I don't have on my normal kit. Now, there's nothing wrong with, there are certainly some different coolers that you can use, some different power plants you can use, and some different shield generators that you can use. And I do have, like, I have a couple of different builds that I recommend for that stuff. I don't have those things in front of me right now, but if you go back and kind of watch some of my earlier streams, I kind of talk about that. The different type. I did some stealth component testing in the prospector. That's not working right now. And I did some kind of health components, the ones that have the highest HP pool, and those were very good. Could you use a mining gadget to help with the instability? You absolutely can. The wave shifts are great for that, Rusty. Excellent choice. You're absolutely right about that. And History Teacher says, Arctic Drake, you missed a bunch of unscannable rocks and a few 30Ks. That's exactly right. Still using QuantCalc, or have you memorized them? No, you guys. QuantCalc is available on the Google Play Store. The QuantCalc is something that our organization, one of our very smart guys in our organization, put together QuantCalc. We actually just had the organization vote to have the funds go towards putting QuantCalc into the Apple Store as well. So that's in the next, you know, our goal is in the next 4 to 6 weeks to have it in the Apple Store as well. QuantCalc is very cool. It actually allows you to put in very quickly a mass and a percentage of Quantanium, and it'll tell you how much SCU's in that rock. It's only $1. It's on the Google Play Store. There's a link in the description down there below. And the good news is, you know, with that $1, we just use it to offset our Discord costs and that kind of thing. And so it's a great tool. It actually, if there's multiple rocks there, you know, you can actually do multiple rocks. And Dano, I am super happy to help. That's what the whole channel's about for sure. Jez says, we all want to know what Arctic's having for dinner. I'm hungry. That's exactly right. Aaron says, I like mining from Arcal 1. Going towards Hurston and stopping at 13.5 for the ring and going back. Metal Dragon says, same, but sometimes Lyria is good. Yeah, I agree. Lyria mining's always fun as well, you guys. So, anyways, I'm going to do this thing here. You know, I probably would hang for a little while longer tonight if we weren't just kind of crashing and crashing and crashing. I have had an absolute blast tonight. I probably am going to be streaming sometime over the next couple days if things get a little more stable. I'm absolutely going to be streaming Saturday morning. So, you know, I love to do the Saturday morning stream as well. But I think it's probably, you know, it's probably, unless there are any other questions that I'm happy to answer them. You know, I'm probably going to go ahead and just sign off for the night. But I have a couple things I want to say. Thank you all so much. In the link in the description below, you have the best org in the verse at spectrefleet.space. Twin Alice says, I'm still curious if Quantanium mining is on a planet and the way you find the two stones next to each other in the air and halo, how do you determine it? Oh yeah, Twin, for sure. It's using the mining laser and then doing an active ping, and it will tell you what type, and you're looking for Q types, Twin. I mean, I can try to fly out there one more time tonight if you guys want. I think. Nope, I just crashed again. That's what I mean, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and let me go ahead and I'll relaunch again. But nope, I just crashed again. Be careful not to drop any beans on your keyboard. Yeah, that's for sure. And then Morvip says 4 is hoping that you're able to gold pan in the rivers of Microtech. Yeah, that would be awesome. Spec 4, I've heard on the wind that Spec 4 may be coming back. You guys, I know that he's an old timer with the channel here, and I'm really looking forward to that. Arctic says, Jez says, Arctic, that sounds so good. A hearty Quantanium miner's meal. LOL, that makes 8. Yeah, Rusty, it does. And here's the facts, you guys. It's definitely probably a bridge too far to kind of do too much more tonight. And I don't want to drag you guys through a whole bunch of more. You know, this is clearly I mean, one or two of these would have been fine, but eight is just kind of, that's the way it's gone tonight. I can't thank you all enough. It truly means the world to me that you guys would come and hang on the channel. I'm definitely going to put in the title of the channel tonight that it was a rough night on the PTU. That there was, but you know what? Here's the thing I love to say. It's a little corny. Hang in there with me. Of course, the coffee was fantastic. The Quantanium was non-existent tonight, believe it or not. That never happens, but it does. Rocket69 says, I love how positive you keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Rocket. But the last thing I love to say is the conversation has been fantastic. You guys make the stream. Every one of you who come and contribute are what make the stream so absolutely lovely. I am super blessed to have such an awesome community of people that love Star Citizen and love hanging out and chatting. It's not lost on me how blessed I am. I just can't thank you all for your time. Dano says, try the PU. I could certainly try the PU. For dinner with Arctic flavor, I recommend Malt Tuck. Ooh, that sounds really good. Loot N1, by the way, nicely done. Welcome to the channel, not a name I recognize. But I think the right thing I'm going to sign off for the night. Maybe we'll try and get back after it. Now, tomorrow night, remember, you guys, we do the podcast. So the podcast will get posted on Thursday. And then Thursday night, probably I will do some more streaming. And then Saturday morning for sure. So so first time for everything. That may be the first time that I've ever done Quantanium and coffee and did no Quantanium. But you know what? It was a beautiful night to spend with you guys. Please, please take care and have a lovely evening. I'm never going to rage quit History. I have too much fun with you guys. It means the world to me. What coffee did you have on this troublesome PTU session? I had a little Dunkin' Donuts for sure, Jess. Oh my stars, Alice. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. I can't thank you enough. That's absolutely lovely. Aaron says, new sub. Aaron, I love that name, by the way. You messed up, Aaron. You guys have a lovely night. Please take care of yourself. And I will see you all around the verse.